Day 118, Royal Kingdom, 1 Samuel 27-28, Psalm 33, let's begin. 1 Samuel 27:28. And David said in his heart, at some time, I will one day fall into the hands of Saul. Is it not better if I flee, and be saved in the land of the Philistines, so that Saul may despair and cease to seek me in all the parts of Israel? Therefore, I will flee away from his hands. And David rose up and went away, he and the 600 men who were with him, to Achish, the son of Mauch, the king of Gath. And David lived with Achish at Gath, he and his men, each man with his household, and David with his 2 wives, Ahinoam, the Jezreelite, and Abigail, the wife of Nabal of Carmel. And it was reported to Saul that David had fled to Gath. And so, he did not continue to seek him. And David said to Achish, If I have found favor in your eyes, let a place be given to me in one of the cities of this region, so that I may live there. For why should your servant stay in the city of the king with you? And so, Achish gave Ziklag to him on that day. And for this reason, Ziklag belongs to the kings of Judah, even to this day. Now the number of days that David lived in the region of the Philistines was 4 months. And David and his men went up and took plunder from Geshuri, and from Girzi, and from the Amalekites. For in the land long ago, these were the inhabitants of the area, going from Shur as far as the land of Egypt. And David struck the entire land. Neither did he leave alive man or woman. And he took away the sheep, and the oxen, and the donkeys, and the camels, and the garments. And he returned and went to Achish. Then Achish said to him, Whom did you go out against today? And David responded, Against the south of Judah, and against the south of Jerahmeel, and against the south of Kenny. Neither man nor woman was left alive by David. Neither did he lead back any of them to Gath, saying, Lest perhaps they may speak against us. David did these things. And this was his decision during all the days that he lived in the region of the Philistines. Therefore, Achish trusted David, saying, He has worked much harm against his people Israel. And so, he will be a servant to me forever. Now it happened that, in those days, the Philistines gathered together their troops, so that they might be prepared for war against Israel. And Achish said to David, I know now certainly, that you will go out with me to war, you and your men. And David said to Achish, You know now what your servant will do. And Achish said to David, And so, I will appoint you to guard my head for all days. Now Samuel was dead, and all of Israel mourned for him, and they buried him in Ramah, his city. And Saul took away the Magi and soothsayers from the land. And the Philistines gathered together, and they arrived and made camp at Shunem. Then Saul also gathered all of Israel, and he arrived at Gilboa. And Saul saw the camp of the Philistines, and he was afraid, and his heart was exceedingly terrified. And he consulted the Lord. But he did not respond to him, either by dreams, nor by priests, nor by prophets. And Saul said to his servants, Seek for me a woman having a divining spirit, and I will go to her, and consult through her. And his servants said to him, There is a woman having a divining spirit at Ender. Therefore, he changed his usual appearance, and he put on other clothes. And he went, and 2 men with him, and they came to the woman by night. And he said to her, Divine for me, by your divining spirit, and raise up for me whomever I will tell you. And the woman said to him, Behold, you know how much Saul has done, and how he has wiped away the Magi and soothsayers from the land. Why then do you set a trap for my life, so that it will be put to death? And Saul swore to her by the Lord, saying, As the Lord lives, nothing evil will befall you because of this matter. And the woman said to him, Whom shall I raise up for you? And he said, Raise up for me Samuel. And when the woman had seen Samuel, she cried out with a loud voice, and she said to Saul, Why have you afflicted me? For you are Saul. And the king said to her, Do not be afraid. What have you seen? And the woman said to Saul, I saw gods ascending from the earth. And he said to her, What appearance does he have? And she said, An old man ascends, and he is clothed in a cloak. And Saul understood that it was Samuel. And he bowed himself upon his face on the ground, and he reverenced. Then Samuel said to Saul, "Why have you disquieted me, so that I would be raised up?" And Saul said, "I am greatly distressed. For the Philistines fight against me, and God has withdrawn from me, and he is not willing to heed me, either by the hand of prophets, nor by dreams. Therefore I have summoned you, so that you would reveal to me what I should do." And Samuel said, "Why do you question me, though the Lord has withdrawn from you, and has crossed over to your rival? For the Lord will do to you just as he spoke by my hand. And he will tear your kingdom from your hand. And he will give it to your neighbor David. For you did not obey the voice of the Lord, and you did not carry out the wrath of his fury upon Amalek. For this reason, the Lord has done to you what you are enduring this day. And the Lord also will give Israel into the hands of the Philistines, along with you. Then tomorrow you and your sons will be with me. But the Lord will also deliver the camp of Israel into the hands of the Philistines." And immediately Saul fell stretched out on the ground. For he was terrified by the words of Samuel. And there was no strength in him. For he had not eaten bread all that day. And so the woman entered to Saul, for he was very troubled, and she said to him, "Behold, your handmaid has obeyed your voice, and I have placed my life in my hand. And I have heeded the words which you spoke to me. And so now, I ask you to heed the voice of your handmaid, and let me place before you a morsel of bread, so that, by eating, you may recover strength, and you may be able to undertake the journey." But he refused, and he said, "I will not eat." But his servants and the woman urged him, and after some time, heeding their voice, he rose up from the ground, and he sat upon the bed. Now the woman had a fatted calf in the house, and she hurried and killed it. And taking meal, she kneaded it, and she baked unleavened bread. And she set it before Saul and before his servants. And when they had eaten, they rose up, and they walked all through that night. Psalm 33. To David, when he changed his appearance in the sight of Abimelech, and so he dismissed him, and he went away. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise will be ever in my mouth. In the Lord my soul will be praised. May the meek listen and rejoice. Magnify the Lord with me, and let us extol his name in itself. I sought the Lord, and he heeded me, and he carried me away from all my tribulations. Approach him and be enlightened, and your faces will not be confounded. This poor one cried out, and the Lord heeded him, and he saved him from all his tribulations. The angel of the Lord will encamp around those who fear him, and he will rescue them. Taste and see that the Lord is sweet. Blessed is the man who hopes in him. Fear the Lord, all you his saints. For there is no destitution for those who fear him. The rich have been needy and hungry, but those who seek the Lord will not be deprived of any good thing. Come forward, sons. Listen to me. I will teach you the fear of the Lord. Which is the man who wills life, who chooses to see good days? Prohibit your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking deceit. Turn away from evil, and do good. Inquire about peace, and pursue it. The eyes of the Lord are on the just, and his ears are with their prayers. But the countenance of the Lord is upon those who do evil, to perish the remembrance of them from the earth. The just cried out, and the Lord heard them, and he freed them from all their tribulations. The Lord is near to those who are troubled in heart, and he will save the humble in spirit. Many are the afflictions of the just, but from them all the Lord will free them. The Lord preserves all of their bones, not one of them shall be broken. The death of a sinner is very harmful, and those who hate the just will fare badly. The Lord will redeem the souls of his servants, and none of those who hope in him will fare badly.